Hi there, it's Kevin with RogueDeckBuilder.com here with the match number 1 with our draft, our Innistrad draft. This is kind of an awkward hand. We don't have any action. We do have a green card with no green source. We have our 1 black swamp. We have 2 of the maulers, though. I think this is on the verge of being a mulligan, but we're going to keep it on the draw. Gives us 1 more card. Like a Forbidden Alchemy would be insane here if we could draw into it. But we still have action with the Invisible Stalker, so we're just... Oh, there's a Forest. That makes this a lot better. A lot more of a keepable hand. We do need to find one of our self-mill cards, whether it be Forbidden Alchemy, whether it be the Splinter Fright, whether it be Mulch. We have great odds to do that. And we have the Invisible Stalker that can come out. And our opponent seems to be slow, and that's going to be really good news for us. So drew into another land, which is not what we wanted to see. But we have the Stalker. And uh-oh. We need to find something to cast this turn, or otherwise that guy's going to run us over. Unfortunately, it's going to flip. And there's absolutely nothing I can do about it. I think we just let the Invisible Stalker die here so we can get a makeshift Mauler out, and that can at least block it. So we'll block it, get it in the graveyard. That gives us something to cast next turn. Yeah, this does seem a little bit of a non-bowish. A lot of these combinations with the like Spider Spawnings and Makeshift Maulers that are going to be exiling. But I think that Mauler's fine here. We've effectively shut down his Howl Pack. We have a Murder of Crows next turn. That can come out, or a Festerhide Boar. Either one works. And if we are able to cast 2 cards in 1 turn, the Howl Pack gets shut down. And I'll block. I don't know if he's just bluffing here, if he's got a pump spell. But you make him use it if he's got a pump spell. Now, okay, so it was a bluff. Sometimes that's just the right play to do. So he's got a Mausoleum Guard, which puts in... Okay, so what did he do? He fought it with a Prey Upon. And unfortunately, well, that was 2 spells for him, so we get that out of the way. And now we're just going to murder. Now we have 4/4 that can block any of his flyers, which is not a bad strategy. We're clear it into... yeah, Orchard Spirit's going to be bad versus our deck, but we're pretty far into the game. He's almost out of cards, and none of these are really going to put too much pressure on us. And we'll absolutely block that. What does he want to counter on? It doesn't even really do much. And here we will get rid of the deranged assistant. He just puts on the Cloistered Youth because it can turn into a 4/4, but it's going to be bad versus the Makeshift Mauler. I think we just throw out a Grizzled Outcast. It's another 4/4 that can block something. Or at this point, maybe we do... Yeah, I think it's just a Grizzled Outcast. And pass. There's Cloistered Youth is going to transform. And it's a 5/5, which I do think we double block. Do I have another flyer? I don't. Yeah, we actually just let this go through. And a Dark Thicket Wolf. Which at this point I think I just might put out... Huh. I just actually might just put out a Stitcher and keep up Forbidden Alchemy. Yeah, this ends up working out pretty well. Because now we can block his Unholy Fiend with the Stitcher's Apprentice, and I could care less. And oh wow, he just passes. Oh yeah, because he doesn't want me to double block. I'd actually prefer just a Forbidden Alchemy here. And we get to put one card in our hand. We'll put the Demon Mail and throw the rest of these in the bin. Drew a land here. At this point, I just might miss Stitcher's Apprentice and then go for a Festerhide Boar rather than the Demon Mail. I could put the Demon Mail, but he still has a bunch of flyers. We just need to wait this out. And at this point, I think we just get rid of the Mauler. I think it's the weakest card here. We'll Festerhide Boar, which becomes a 5/5. And we have a 2/2, a 5/5. Here I think we can safely attack in with... Nah, we're not going to attack in. We're just going to keep passing. And it's going to be the Spider Spawning that's going to eventually win us the game. And he still can't attack in anything, so... let his Unholy Fiend continue to tick him down. Alright, our 7/7 transforms. Might actually keep the Forest in here for a way. Something to discard when something dies. We have the Demon Mail, which should go on our Trample guy. But how much do I need to actually Forbidden Alchemy? Is 7, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we'll play it. And I'll just pass. We are in no hurry here. We have the board. We have him taxing himself with the Unholy Fiend. I think I will bring in the game life card, the Gnaw, against this deck. So he's gonna come in with everything. And get +2/+2 right now without me. Oh jeez. That card does exist. Oh, and I have no humans. 0. Yep, Spare from Evil gets us. Alrighty. We do know that exists. I have very few humans in this entire deck. It's just the Stitcher Apprentice. Jeez, yep, that is just a... I guess we need to be more aggressive. We'll put the Gnaw the Bone in here. I could actually put a Moon Miss to fog away. I'm just not like... the Grizzled Outcast is fine. I think we can go down in the land. And yeah, I don't think we quite need the Moon Mists. So we'll submit. Hysteric Blindness is also okay versus his Flood. Yes, I'd like to play first. I think we do keep... We mulligan this. We have all our mana sources, which is actually... I think we keep it. Sign of Departure is going to be strong in this when he tries to put... We do need to find one of our, like, a card draw through Forbidden Alchemy. Or Mulch to get the Stitch Drake out. Still need to find another island. Maybe this wasn't a keepable hand. That's Spare from Evil. See if we can avoid drawing a land here, especially a green source. Demon Mail is okay. It's not a card we wanted to see. Festerhide will be fine. If we can somehow get like a Stitcher's Apprentice. But so far our opponent is not really casting anything either. There's an Orchard Spirit. I could Silent Departure it back if I care. But I think I'd rather just Forbidden Alchemy right now. And grab the Mayor. Yeah, absolutely the Mayor. And we have the Gnaw of the Bone. They can be Flashback. And if he puts out something that needs to be answered, we can just throw it back. Okay, so perfect. We can actually do both. So Mayor and Stitch Drake. And we start silent departuring things that may get out of control. Can't block. So I'm going to be taking 4 here, but I don't think that life is the greatest issue with the Gnaw of the Bone that eventually is going to get. Huh. Well, I kind of want to... I want this to flip, this Mayor. I also want the boar. And the Silent Departure doesn't really need to get too many things. See, if I let it flip, this becomes a 4/6. And then I am in a bit of an issue with. But then what happens is that immediately at the beginning of each upkeep, the player, at the beginning of your end step, put a 2/12 at the beginning of each upkeep. So it just takes a whole turn to flip. And then start putting out 2/2s. So I don't think that that is going to be the right play. Fortunately, we're going to be a little far behind. We'll attack in with the Stitch. I can actually sign Departure my own guy would be bad because I don't have anything in the graveyard. We're going to cast the Demon Mail, and then I think I do need to bounce. Because we can't attack with the Stitch Drake either. Can't attack or block. So it's going to be Demon. To hook up. And actually, I probably should have done that the other way around. But this allows me to... Yeah, I think that's actually not that bad of a play. Because now he has to recast it. He's missed land drops, so he's not going to be able to double cast cards this turn. And a Spectral Rider, that's a pain. Murder's fine. We'll keep the Forest in hand just for the Murder of Crows. And pass. This isn't looking good for us, though, because we've got kind of flooded out, and our opponent does have a lot of aggressive cards. The Gnaw is not going to give us too much life so far. And he's just full of cards. Like, this is... I feel like that first game, Should have been a little more aggressive and started making him block. We need this mayor to flip. Wonder if he puts the Orchard Spirit out again. And comes in with the Spectral Rider. Invisible Stalker, we could kill it to then put out a Fester Hide Boar. But I think we just want this mayor to flip. And then we can Forbidden Alchemy. We have to worry about that Spare from Evil again. But yeah, our mayor does feel. Oh, I didn't even use the Forbidden Alchemy. That was I messed up in a ton of ways here. I can't let this go on for much longer. Need to put stuff in my graveyard. I might just lose that Spare from Evil again. Ay, ay, ay. Still has 4 cards in hand. I do have a human blocker, but he still has lethal by sacrificing. Yeah, there's a Spare from Evil again. So he messed up there with the Spare. I think he thought he had lethal, but I had the mayor. So I need to use a Gnaw. It's instant speed though. I can Silent Departure, bring back his guy. And how much damage can he do in one turn? 2, 4, 6. We have 6. 6 life we gain is 8. Have to hit him. I think I need to Forbidden Alchemy. Yeah, we use black. And unfortunately, that was a terrible Forbidden Alchemy. I hit him for 13, and then we can sack to put him up. He has 2 Selfless Cathars, though. We can actually sack both. No, this equip can only be used as an instant speed, so I can't mulch. Wait, we haven't played a land this turn. This is so risky, though. If I mulch right here, and we don't hit a land in 4 cards, then we just lose the game. But we could stabilize here with a Gnaw the Bone and enough cards in our graveyard. Here goes nothing. All right, we do we do find a a ton of lands, but we do not get what we need. I had to do some math here. We have 1, 2, 3. We only have 6 lives, so we're going to learn 8. So if I attack him with 1, he can easily do 8 damage by sacrificing himself with Cathars. I don't even think I can attack in. I hate not being able to. Need to find some creatures in the graveyard there. I could attack in, and then I could have sacked the one that I attacked in. And then I would have gained 10 life. And now we need to block the most damage possible. Which is those. Puts us up to an 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we still go perfectly down to 0. So Spirit from Evil twice gets us. That was very unlucky that we couldn't find any out of the Forbidden Alchemy and the Mulch. Couldn't find any creatures in the graveyard. Still like this deck a lot. It was just one card that shut us down. Could have been more aggressive. There's all of our creatures. Right there at the bottom. 6 in a row. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 out of 8 cards of our bottom were the creatures. But still like the deck a lot. I think it is going to outperform our opponent's decks. This has been Kevin with RogueDeckBuilder.com. Thanks for watching.